Look at this YouTube channel. It pulls in millions of views on almost every upload, but there are no cameras involved, no human actors, no physical sets. Every element you see and hear, the script, the voiceover, the characters, and the animation, is generated entirely by a stack of free AI tools. Today, we are going to replicate that exact system. I will show you how to build a complete publish-ready animated short in under 5 minutes using nothing but your smartphone. Here is the pipeline we will use. We need 5 specific applications: ChatGPT, PicLumen, PixAI, Gemini, and VN Editor. The only hardware required is a phone capable of recording its own internal audio. Mastering this specific 5-tool stack shifts your role from a manual creator to a system manager. You are no longer drawing every frame or recording every line, you are orchestrating a series of AI outputs to build a finished film. Step 1 is the narrative. Open ChatGPT on your phone, activate the voice-to-text feature, and dictate a prompt for an 80-word emotional story. For example, a story about 2 monkeys navigating life in a human city. Once you have the base story, format it for the image generator. Tell ChatGPT to break the narrative down into 7 specific visual prompts, 1 for each scene. Add a strict instruction that the characters must look exactly the same in every single prompt. Next, open your browser and navigate to PicLumen. Set your output aspect ratio to 9:16 so the final images fit the vertical YouTube Shorts format perfectly. Now we run the loop. Copy the first scene prompt, paste it into PicLumen, generate the image, and download it. Repeat this process until you have 7 distinct images. We generate static images first, rather than jumping straight to video, to build a guardrail against AI hallucination. This locks in the character design, ensuring our subject looks identical from the first second of the timeline to the last. With our static scenes locked, we move to the motion engine, an app called PixAI. Open it and upload your first saved image. This next step is critical. You must paste the exact same text prompt you used to generate the image in PicLumen. This instructs the AI exactly how to animate the specific elements inside the frame. Look at this generated video. What was a static image is now a fluid, moving clip, completely matching our initial prompt. Download that resulting video and execute this exact image-to-video conversion for the remaining 6 static scenes in your folder. Bypassing direct text to video and forcing the AI to use our static images as a baseline is the most reliable method to maintain visual continuity while achieving narrative-driven motion. Now we need a voice. Go back to ChatGPT and ask it to translate your original 80-word story into Hindi or whichever target language you prefer. Open the Gemini app, paste your translated story, access the settings, and select a vocal persona that matches the tone of your narrative. Here we hit a system friction point. Gemini will read your story aloud perfectly, but the app natively blocks you from downloading that audio file directly. To bypass this, open your phone's native screen recorder. Go into the settings, disable the external microphone, and set the capture source strictly to internal audio. Hit record and let Gemini read the story. By leveraging the hardware capabilities already built into your phone, you bypass software restrictions and keep the entire production process contained on a single mobile device. It is time to assemble the pieces. Open VN Editor, import your 7 video clips in chronological order, and immediately delete the default app watermark sitting at the end of the timeline. Next, import that screen recording we just captured. Select it on the timeline and tap the Extract Audio command. The app separates the sound from the video file. You can now delete the screen recording video layer entirely, leaving you with an isolated master audio track underneath your 7 generated scenes. Listen closely to the voiceover track. When a sentence ends, make a cut on the video clip directly above it. If the clip ends before the audio finishes, use the speed tool to slow it down, stretching the visual to cover the entire spoken line. Once the timing is locked, apply a standard transition between each cut. This masks the visual jump when the scene changes and ensures the story feels fluid. Up until this step, all we had was a pile of disconnected AI files. The precise temporal alignment of audio and video is what constructs the final illusion of a professional film. Export your finished timeline. Open the YouTube app to begin the upload and select an emotional background track from the platform's native audio library. Before you hit publish, aggressively turn down the volume of that background music. the generated voiceover must remain the dominant audio stream. This is the final result. You have a completely generated story, featuring consistent characters, realistic motion, and perfectly synchronized narration. The prompts we used for A Monkey in a City are completely modular. You can swap the text to generate a sci-fi thriller, a historical documentary, or a comedy. By combining these 5 distinct AI nodes into one disciplined workflow, a single person can produce complex animated content that used to require a physical studio and a full production crew.